Prepare like a pro, how to build talking points around your marketing pillars.
On cam ready in three, two, one.
Hey, everybody, this is On Cam Ready. I'm Jamie Maglietta, and it's all part of Think Like a Producer, my YouTube podcast. I also host Unknown to Known here on YouTube, but that one's also across all podcasting platforms of your choice. Be sure to subscribe to On Cam Ready Media so that you can get notified about either show and also my tutorials on mics, lights, and my platform, Riverside. I'm also going to be talking about things that you can wear to start creating your own professional brand and build a brand awareness without always wearing the same suit jacket. I'll get into that on another video. All right. So before every live segment I ever produced, my number one rule for every guest was simple: know your talking points. Now, here's the thing. You want to know your talking points, but you don't want to sound like a robot when you deliver them. I also talk about that in another video. But your talking points are something we need to bring up in this series because so many people don't know what they are. It's not a script, not a speech. They're talking points. Because when the lights come on, you don't have time to think. You need to deliver. Let me tell you a story. Back when I was competing for Miss New Jersey under the Miss America umbrella, we had this interview. And for that interview, we really need to know what our answers would be to questions that we may be asked by a panel of, I think it was 7 judges. So to prepare for that, we wrote out every question we thought we would be asked about who we are, our aspirations, our volunteer work, our family life, and we wrote it all out. And then we wrote out our responses by hand because writing versus typing for some reason sticks more for us that are millennials. So I would write it all out and then I would have to deliver. So what really helps about talking points is knowing what you would want to say, knowing how you would answer the question, knowing what you feel is important to include, because the worst is when you've delivered a interview conversation and you walk away and say, "Oh, I forgot to say that. Oh my gosh, that was like the most important part of my story." Well, that's because you didn't prepare. Okay. So when I had my Miss New Jersey interview, the first year I felt like I don't know who I am. So I didn't really do as well. But the second year, I got first runner up. And the judge that everyone couldn't stand because she was hard on them wasn't hard on me. And she came up to me after and said, the only reason you didn't get this is because at the end of our interview, you didn't say that you wanted it." And I was like, "What?" So during our preparations for that, my mentors said, at the end, you want to thank them and tell them how much you want this. And if you don't, it is going to signal to them that maybe you're not ready. And I forgot. I completely forgot. And as I was asking all the other girls, they're all like, "Oh, yeah, I totally said that at the end." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, do I really want this?" It started to make me even wonder, like, why didn't I say it? And so she continued to guide me and she said, "If you do this another year, you need to say that at the end. But you could have gotten this year." Now, see, at the time, I was working for Fox News Channel and I kind of didn't want it. I was finally at Fox. I was where I wanted to be at that time in my life. So maybe I omitted it for a reason. And I went to Miss America for Fox. Fox sent me to Miss America so that I could be there. And I covered it for their website. So that was really fun. And that was also a step into my new media beginnings. I began reporting and creating content for social media and websites in 2007, 2008. And I would have to create short form video, long form video, and I would appear live on foxnews.com live. It was fun. I loved my time at Fox. So I actually am glad I didn't win Miss New Jersey at that time. But a part of me still wishes I just said those last words and could have gotten that crown. So it's all about knowing what to say and when. In the new media world, this same rule applies. Whether you're recording a podcast going live or making a 60-second video, your talking points are your superpower, but they only work if you're built around something bigger than a single post, your marketing pillars. I go into this in my visibility course and program, but I wanted to make sure I created an episode about this for you. See, in television, every guest appearance has a purpose: promote a message, clarify a story, add value to a topic, make some news, break some news, shape perception. Before the camera ever rolls, I'd ask the guest questions. What's the main idea of what you want the audience to remember? What's your supporting proof behind the claim you're making? What's your emotional connection to the victim? Right? That's the foundation of a talking point. It's not about repeating a slogan, it's about framing your expertise in a way that sticks. And so many media training experts teach people to be so robotic around these 15 to 30-second bites. No, I'm here to say, please stop. Please stop. You just need to have your talking points in your system so you know how to get to your points, know what you want to say, know who you are and who you're talking to. You don't need to be spitting out the same phrase every single chance you get on camera. Now, when you apply that same discipline to social media, digital marketing, you stop sounding scattered. You start sounding like someone who knows exactly what they stand for, who you are. You need to be clear. Marketing pillars keep you consistent. If you've taken my visibility program and you've heard me talk about these marketing pillars, do comment below and let me know you're here. They are your brand's storyline. They're repeatable themes that define what you talk about, teach, and stand for as a person. They also help you identify the person you want to show on camera. How much of your life, your personal life, do you want to tell? Are you a tennis player like me? Do you want to share that? Do you have a gluten-free life and you're trying to navigate that with a child who has celiac? Hand raise. Yeah, me. See, in TV terms, think of them as your franchise segments. Every show has them. The top story, the interview, the feel-good close. Your brand does too. Maybe your pillars are expertise, what you teach or do best, storytelling, your personal journey or lessons learned, proof, testimonials behind the scenes or case studies, connection, mindset, motivation, or authenticity. When your talking points fit under those pillars, everything you say reinforces your brand, no matter where you show up. That's how producers remember you. That's how your audience remembers you. That's how your audience learns to trust you. Building talking points around your pillars is essential. Here's how to do it in a step-by-step basis. And I go over this in my visibility workbook, which you can get on Amazon, but I really prefer you join the course and the program so you know what you're doing. But here's the step-by-step. Pick one pillar per appearance or post. Don't try to hit all 5. Go deep on one. Example, if your pillar is expertise, your talking point might be, most people struggle with visibility, not because they lack skill, but because they lack strategy. That's one sentence that drives an entire message. And my proof? Well, back it up with a story. You could say something, about like a client or something that happened to you. Back it up with proof. I learned that producing for national television, that experts who stood out always had one clear message and repeated it with confidence. Okay, so that's like a little proof. Ending with a takeaway, something the audience can do, remember, or feel. So before your next interview or video, define one clear message. That's your headline. Okay, maybe I say that with some enthusiasm, right? So my whole thing might be, let me go back. I had written it out. Most people struggle with visibility not because they lack skill, but because they lack strategy. I learned that producing for national television, the experts who stood out always had one clear message, repeated it with confidence. So before your next interview or video, define one clear message. That's your headline. And I did that in a fun little TV voice for you. Now you've got a 30-second soundbite or a 5-minute video anchor video. Like, come on, you can build that out into a huge script. Here's the secret most experts miss. You don't need new talking points every week. You need to repeat your core messages until your audience can quote them back to you. That's what happened with my talk, Dipping to Black. People came up to me after. It was like, I dipped to black. That's how anchors, politicians, and thought leaders become recognizable. It's repetition. It's not about being redundant, it's about building reputation. Your marketing pillars protect your message from getting lost in the noise, and your talking points make sure every camera appearance reinforces that message with intention. So the next time you prepare for an interview, a live stream, or a podcast, don't wing it. Build out your talking points like a producer. Know your pillars, frame your message, deliver with clarity. Because confidence isn't born from charisma necessarily, it's built through preparation. And when your content brand and voice align around consistent pillars, you don't just look ready on camera, you become ready. If you need help identifying your marketing pillars or shaping talking points that attract clients and press, that's exactly what I teach inside the On Cam Ready visibility program at oncamready.com. You can also reach out to me on Instagram, follow me there. I offer tips here on my YouTube channel, On Cam Ready Media, and you can find me on Substack. Guys, my daughter says don't keep listing all the shit at the end, and I did. I'm sorry. You have the message. Let's produce the version the media will remember. All right. Make sure to check out my podcast, Unknown to Known. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.